Well, I'm back to regular people life where it's super chilly willy and not in San Jose. Welcome to Ringside Or Riot. WrestleMania week was absolutely insane. Just everything about it was incredible, and it was everything that I hoped and wished for it. And there were so many crazy things going on, and if you guys were there, I'd love to hear some of your stories down below. On Wednesday night, I went to dinner with my dad in San Jose, and there's big windows so people could see inside, and they realized I was with my dad. So we're getting up to leave, and everyone's gathering at the door. So I was like, Dad, I'll pull the car around and you go through the back. But these people are smart. So they ran towards the back. So I'm like, Dad, come through the front. So he comes to the front, and then people start chasing after him, and he ended up going through red lights. I promised he would have stopped if he had time, but he was really in a rush. So please don't take offense if you were out there. On Thursday, I went to the Superstars for Hope event, which is a fundraiser that raises money for the Special Olympics. So it's a really good cause. And at this event, I saw Hunter and Stephanie. Hunter came over and gave me a nice, good handshake, and Stephanie came over and gave me a hug and said she liked my style. Thanks, Steph. So they're actually really nice people, even if they don't come across that way on TV. If you're unfamiliar with Superstars for Hope, I suggest you look into it because it's really an unbelievable movement. Friday was WrestleCon, and it was so fun meeting everybody. And then after that was NXT, and they really put on an unbelievable show, and everybody was just so into it. The crowd was going insane. It was crazy, and it went until 1 a.m. At this point, I've slept 0 hours.
Huh? I'm a boy now. How'd that happen? Oh, wait. I'm me. Anyway, my Friday, I woke up in San Francisco, and I did a lot of fun things, not wrestling related, that I wanted to share with you guys because I think you should do them. The first thing I did, I went on an urban hike. And no, I didn't see the Full House, but it was really nice. I got to see roads that went like this, and trees and landscapes. In fact, I'll show you some pictures. And then after that, I did something that I never thought I'd do, and I think I'm gonna change my career. I may stop working at Ringside Collectibles and become a mall cop. Why? Because I rode a Segway, and I only drove into somebody once. But that's besides the point, because I got to ride on a Segway in the middle of San Francisco, and it was crazy. Here, look at this stuff. Disclaimer, you're not supposed to actually seg and text, but I did, and you got that video, so don't tell anybody about that, please. And to wrap off my Friday, I went to Alcatraz. Now, if you don't know what Alcatraz is, it's an island off of San Francisco, and they kept a lot of the worst criminals in the world there. And the reason they had the island was so that they could look out and see San Francisco and how beautiful it was, and they couldn't have it, which led to a lot of crazy things. And I got to go inside the jail cell, and I brought an extra pair of underpants because, well, I needed them. I might just go back to sleep.
Something does not feel right. Especially my undies.
I don't feel something weird just
something
happened.
Very wrong just happened. These are not my undies.
Yeah, and I don't.
He doesn't.
I feel like I would. Let's just talk about Saturday.
Okay, Saturday. Saturday, I went to WrestleCon again, hanging out with my dad doing 3 Faces of Foley, which was actually really fun, and I have these pictures to prove it. How was yours?
It was good. We did this contest at Access where everybody got to meet up and they had to say a secret word, and that secret word was Heartbreak Kid. And the winner got this. It was the first one, the very first Shawn Michaels ringside exclusive.
Wow, that's pretty special.
Yeah,
it
so
really is.
We did the raffle, and it worked out pretty well. A fella named Tony won, and he was the first person ever. And I think he probably ran out of that building because there was quite a few people there who wanted this figure.
Were they gonna attack him and get it from him?
Yeah, I would expect a couple Sweet Chin Musics.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so I think he made it out alive. If not, whoever has his figure, I would suggest holding on to it and not showing your identity, because you will probably go to jail. Yeah. And then what was after that? Oh, after that we had
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Which I personally thought was incredible. It was a long ceremony this year.
It was.
I think it was. I mean, I happened to get there during Rikishi's.
Me too.
Oh, all right. So that's where we're gonna start. I got there as they were doing their dance.
Oh, I got there a little before that, but when their dance music came on.
Not gonna lie, I was a little upset not to see Scotty 2 Hotty.
Oh yeah, he should have been there. He should have been doing the worm.
He
Although the
should've,
Uso, they were good at doing the worm.
That was good. I know that there's been some controversy or something as to why Scotty 2 Hotty didn't show up, but I was really looking forward to his spiky hair that looked like this all around. But yeah, it's the truth. So after that, there was so many inductees. It was incredible. And what was probably the best part for you?
Connor the Crushers was so emotional, and when Daniel Bryan came out and he had the tears in his eyes,
I was crying the entire time. I sat like this, and I didn't move the entire time because I had to put my sunglasses on because there was so many tears.
Really?
I'm not even kidding. It was a very, very, very moving Hall of Fame in general. I mean,
it was.
Yeah, the Bushwhackers come out.
Oh yeah, Bret Hart doing the Bushwhackers. He got called on. He's probably like, "Do I really have to do this?" But he was a good sport, and he got up there and did it.
And I was definitely impressed. The night closed off with Macho Man and then Kevin Nash, who was inducted by this man. I said inducted, not abducted by birds. That was definitely a bird call.
It was supposed to be like the girls screaming like,
This is a fun fact off the record. If anybody ever screamed at me like that, I would probably run away. Back to the story. Kevin Nash's induction was awesome, and it was really cool to see him being honored. I was always a big Diesel fan, and it was nice.
Yeah, he has really good skin color too.
He has excellent skin color, and that's...
He has a really nice nose too. I was admiring his nose the whole time.
Your guess is as good as mine, folks. I have no idea what's going on in her brain. Sunday was the big day.
WrestleMania!
WrestleMania 31.
It was insane. You walked in and the atmosphere was just incredible. It was the biggest stadium I've ever been in, and I was so lost and I didn't know where to go. But then a Foley chant broke out and everyone's like, Foley, Foley. And I look up and I'm like, Dad. So thanks, guys. You helped me find my dad.
Well, that is crazy.
I know.
There was a lot of monumental moments, and I'm sure you know this because if you're watching this, chances are you've already seen WrestleMania.
And if you didn't, you're a loser.
Why must you be so mean?
I'm not being mean. It's WrestleMania. Everyone should watch it.
Good point. If you didn't watch it, you're absolutely a loser. So go watch it, losers.
Le who? The her.
But anyway, there was moments like when Undertaker sat up like this and rolled his eyes into his back of his head, and Bray Wyatt was spider walking, and I saw little spider pellets fall out of his butt.
Like popes.
And the moment when Daniel Bryan reached up and grabbed the IC title off the ladder, which I think he deserves, because he's a pretty amazing athlete. Just gonna put it out there.
And also when Ronda came out, at first Rock was slapped in the face by Stephanie, and Rock's a good guy, so he can't really hurt a woman. So he starts to walk out, gets Ronda, they get into the ring, they beat each other up.
Did you see the look on her face? Like,
yes. I wanted to be her.
I want to currently still be her, so we can make that happen, Ronda. If you want to trade bodies, that might be a little weird for you, but is what it is. But that moment was...
Yeah, when she just took down Triple H like it was nothing. I wanted her to do something more to Stephanie and, like, take her down, not just, like, give her, like, an arm bar.
Yeah.
But maybe that really did hurt.
And who knows, maybe this could lead to a tag team match at SummerSlam. Imagine Triple H and Steph versus Rock and Ronda. That would be
amazing.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
I would pay to see that. For just $9.99 on the WWE Network.
So after the Divas match, I went backstage to get some food. And the first person I saw was Paige right after she won. And she was all emotional, and I gave her a big hug and told her how proud I was. So that was probably my top WrestleMania moment of the week.
Well, that's nice. I ran into a door this week. That was the only run-in I had.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, also when I was backstage, I ran into Sami Zayn. We finally met each other. We've been Twitter buddies, but never actually met. And, you know, he's actually in stock in Series 50. And let me tell you something. He is no generico.
And then we all got to witness what we didn't want to witness, Sting losing. And that was just devastating. And yeah, I don't think I want to talk about that. But we will talk about the fact that Seth Rollins ended up winning the title, which I think was well played. The match was okay, and I actually didn't know who I wanted to win because
I wanted Lesnar to win.
Me too, in a sense, because I don't know, Roman hasn't been my favorite as of late.
Yeah, normally I don't like interferences, but when we heard Seth's music and he's cashing in, and it wasn't just cashing in after somebody already won, it turned into a triple threat, which I've never even heard of, which was really cool. And he won, and I was pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I was very brave of him. Instead of just fighting one person, he decides to go show the world what he's got, that he can defeat two people and win that belt. However, I will say they were pretty beat up before he went in there.
Yeah.
But well played, Seth. I think you actually earned it.
This past week on Raw, a few NXT superstars debuted, including Adrian Neville, or just Neville, who actually has a figure coming out, which is really exciting. And also the Lucha Dragons debuted, Kalisto and Sin Cara. So I'm really excited for these guys to just take over. Lucha, Lucha, Lucha.
Speaking of NXT, last week in San Jose, I sat down with Bill McKenna, who you may or may not know. And if you don't, he's the lead designer for Mattel WWE. And he actually told me about some new scans that he did for NXT and WWE Superstars. And if you don't believe me, check out the interview right here. Do it.
So Brock came out, and he was an angry Brock, a furious Brock. And it was complete and utter chaos. He was flipping the table and squished poor JBL and Booker T, who looked like he got crushed by a house from The Wizard of Oz, and just throwing J&J Security, F5 Michael Cole, and by God, he was broken in half, or more like broken into pieces. F5 the cameraman twice, but Seth, he got away. And Frank the Clown and I were sitting right here where Seth was, and Brock was looking at us like he wanted to eat us as a pre-workout meal. Frank even hid behind me. But that's alright. I could conquer the beast. For his actions, Brock was suspended. So who even knows when we'll see him again? It will be like WrestleMania 32. Just watch. With Brock out of the picture, who do you think is going to be chasing after the title? I'm going to get that title. I'm coming for you. Come to mama! I think these guys are some good candidates. We got Daniel Bryan, Ambrose, Reigns, Rusev, and Cena. I think either Daniel Bryan or Ambrose would have such a good feud against Seth Rollins, even though they've already feuded, but I feel like they never even got it completely settled. So either one of these two guys I'll be content with. In fact, this would be a Ring of Honor dream match with the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson versus Tyler Black. The light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
We did that last week. Or the week before, and we're not gonna do it again. Yeah. I got one. Ready? John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. His name was my name too.
Wait a second. No, our names, that's not our names.
No.
I'm Noelle.
Yeah, I'm Nick, so.
That's weird. See you next week.
Yeah.